triple the amount of vaccines.
What happened after 1989?
The
Why did they
That warranted 26 more vaccines.
Agreed.
Are all of them absolutely necessary?
Another figure who exists in the firmament of Hollywood, but is clearly out of there, I mean, both in a psychedelic sense and a cosmic sense and an anti-establishment sense, is the actor Jim Carrey. Years ago, when he was married to Jenny McCarthy, was that the name of the woman he was married to? They used to talk about vaccines and stuff. I guess their kid possibly had some sort of vaccine injury. I don't remember all of the details. I do remember specifically, though, seeing them both campaigning about, hey, we might want to be careful about some of these vaccines that kids are getting. And then suddenly, dun, 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 dun. Did I mention today's sponsor? Dun, 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 dun. So here is Jim Carrey lambasting the children vaccine schedule and the pharmaceutical industry, although I don't know how he could, because, if you walk around a graveyard from the old days, it's all full of children's graves. And the reason that it's not is because of vaccines, okay? I'm going to keep on loving big corporations and big government and pretending that somehow makes me enlightened and advanced. Will you carry on with that? Dear Jim Carrey, comedy genius and outspoken critic of the pharmaceutical industry, is on a very different schedule.
I don't know what happened in 1990. There was no plague that was killing children, that we had triple the amount of vaccines.
What happened after 1989?
Why did they
That warranted 26 more vaccines.
Agreed.
Are all of them absolutely necessary?
Because they want to make money.
Of course.
Hi, Jim. You know those movies you make that cost hundreds of millions of dollars and for which you earn hundreds of millions of dollars? Yeah, no, I like being in those. Good. Well, if you want to continue being in those, you know what you said on Larry King? Yeah, I thought I did a good job of explaining the obvious intentions that must be behind such an aggressive... No, Jim. It wasn't good. What you were doing there is you were potentially destroying yourself. But I think we all want to see Mask 3 and maybe a whole host of other sequels and other movies that could make hundreds of millions of dollars for everybody. And if you look closely at the interest behind those studios, sooner or later, I'm sure via advertising or funding or investment, and here's a word I'm just going to flow in there, BlackRock, Vanguard, you would find interests and connections, explicit and implicit, that make your position on Larry King untenable. So you're saying you'd like my kids vaccinated? I'm saying we would like your mouth vaccinated.
It's twice as many as anywhere else in 30 countries in the Western world. But we give twice as many shots as any of those countries. Why is that?
Well, what are you against? Don't vaccinate for this, but vaccinate for that?
Yes.
I think we have to choose which ones are absolutely necessary.
Don't vaccinate for this, but vaccinate for that. Dear old Larry King, what a beautiful and brilliant man. I went on a couple of these shows, and he's a real lovely old delight. That was an echo back to the days where, I don't know, maybe we being bleary-eyed, teary-eyed, misty-eyed and misled. We get the sense that there were people in media that were decent, is the word I was groping for.
You should educate yourself. We want to empower parents to educate themselves. Do we need to have the chickenpox? Do we need the hepatitis B shot on the second day of life?
I don't think we can afford to assume that the people who are charged with our public health any longer have our best interest at heart all the time.
Do you know what? We're actually quite famous. I think we could go on Larry King and just actually speak out about vaccines. Instead of just promoting these movies and operating in this cultural space that we've been assigned, we could say anything we want. You're right, we could do that. Okay, well, let's have a little old look-see, shall we?
Parents have to make their own decisions, educated decisions. They have to look at the information.
Space out the vaccines. Delay them till after 1. Clean out the toxins that are in them. We don't need that many.
Why would a doctor not want to know more about something that could save a life or prevent a disease? I don't understand.
The AAP is financed by the drug companies. Medical schools are financed by the drug companies. This is a huge business. Vaccines are the largest growing division of the pharmaceutical industry.
You're not listening, Jim. You're not listening, Jim. Grow a big beard and start doing some fucking paintings and keeping your mouth firmly shut. Do you see that the impact that a powerful communicator can have just by expressing his true opinions on one subject, childhood vaccination? I suppose when anything is as taboo as that subject, you might want to investigate why it's so taboo. Because it could be so taboo because, no, we really believe in child vaccination schedule so strongly, we just can't allow anything at all to make your children sick. But based on what I've observed over the last few years and what I've observed generally throughout the culture when it comes to what the priorities appear to be, it seems very unlikely that all this effort and endeavour is being spent in order to protect and help us. That just doesn't seem in line with my experiences. But let me know what experiences you've had in the comments in the chat.
$13 billion.
They control
profit.
medical schools.
What we're asking is for them to take a loss for the good of our children. That's a tough sell in a boardroom.
Well, there you go, Jim Carrey there, expressing his true and honest opinion and subjecting himself to significant, possibly even colossal risk. Jim Carrey was never the same after that, and not because he'd taken one shot too many, but because he'd fired one shot too many at the kind of powerful interest that you are simply not allowed to take aim at. Let me tell you, I have some experience in that area. We can't continue to bring you this beautiful content without the support of our partners. Is financial stress crushing you? Done With Debt have got strategies to get you out of debt permanently without bankruptcy or loans, which is just a perpetuation of debt or the worst thing that can happen from debt. Done With Debt negotiate with creditors to write off balances, cut interest and stop penalties. They have a plan to put more money in your pocket every month until your debt is gone. And having been in debt myself, I know that's exactly the kind of strategy and assistance that I required. And if I was in debt, and God knows it could happen at any time, that's what I would do. The best news though is that Done With Debt is accepting new clients right now. You need to hurry because some of their strategies are time sensitive and relate to, for example, tax and IRS related time limits and prohibitions. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Let Done With Debt hit the debt reset button for you. Make your money yours again. This is time sensitive, so right now visit donewithdebt.com or call 1-888-322-1054. Chat with one of their debt relief strategists. That's completely free, like a consultation, I suppose. Go to donewithdebt.com. That's donewithdebt.com. See you later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.